What's good? It's the Ruckus back at you again. We've got another action figure review. In fact, we are beginning a new wave. This is the latest wave from Marvel Legends. This is, I peg it, the mini comic wave, as that is the theme. It's a retro carded style, as in the figures are on a somewhat a retro card style back, and not in the boxed type packaging. And it really seems that Hasbro is slowly, surely, inexorably moving away from Build-A-Figures. They're not completely gone. We still get those waves, just not anywhere near the frequency with which we once got. We've been getting a whole bunch of blister card back waves and figures in general for a good while now. And this particular wave is a 6-figure wave, and the theme this go round are mini comics that come with the figure, and they're basically miniature replicas of the original comic associated with the character in question. So we'll take a closer look at that. You can see the comic there on our left. It's off on its own in the blister card, but we also see the figure. This is Ultimate Iron Man. The Ultimate series, I believe that started in either the very, very, very late 90s, bleeding into the 2000s, and it all came to a head quite a while ago in a storyline that basically collided both the Ultimate Universe and the 616, of which one of the characters in this wave was the sole remnant from the Ultimate Universe, and that would be Miles Morales. And we will get to him somewhere down the line. Right now, we're looking at Ultimate Iron Man. You see the figure. It looks pretty good in packaging. And with the accessories, it comes with a 2 pair of additional hands. Once again, that comic accessory is over there off to the side. We look at the back, since we don't have any sides to peep out with this. And you see the figures on the left there, the 6 figures in this wave. You've got Banshee Rom, the aforementioned Miles Morales, Adam Warlock, and Ken, the son of Wolverine, in his Dark Wolverine, Dark Avengers getup. And of course, Ultimate Iron Man, that we see over there in the bottom left. And there's a picture of that comic art, and that's bona fide. That was the original comic art for Ultimate Iron Man. We've got Ultimate Iron Man out of his packaging, and we will, of course, take a look at that. But before we do that, we will, of course, do what we always do and look at the accessories closer up. And we have one set of those. These are C grippers. And of course, we received that comic book. So that's what these would be for. So you could have that book in either hand, which is, I guess that's apropos. And then we get these, which is curious. And when I say these, I mean these. We've got these open hands. These are blasting hands, and they are hinged. So that's cool. And they are hinged. They're hinged horizontally. And they have portholes for blast effects, but we didn't get any repulsor blast effects at all with this particular figure, which is wild to me. But fortunately, we've gotten so many Iron Men with so many blast effects that we could apply them if we so chose. And the final and main accessory for this figure and this line is this comic book. And like I said, it is actually a replica of the original book. as you could see right here, as we got closer up to it, this is the original cover, and I have to say they managed to shrink it, condense it, whatever you want to call it, replicate it for this small piece of plastic very nicely. And and speaking of that small piece of plastic, they've got it so it actually really looks like some kind of book. You see those ridges in there, so definitely. And then on the rear you have the Marvel Legends series logo, and yeah, I think it's a pretty nice accessory. I would have preferred a different type of an accessory, but this is part of the theme, so this is what we get. And now, as for the figure itself, it is it's very nicely colored. You know, the base color for the plastic, the body. You see, it's this this kind of black, and we've got some silver. You know, highlights the it's I'll get it close up so we can get a better look and you can see what I'm talking about here. You look at the torso here and you see what type of black that is, almost a matte black, but even then that's a little bit shinier than just straight up matte. But then when you get to like the gauntlets, it's like a charcoal gray, graphite, whatever, and it really goes well with this black and the plastic that the gauntlets go over. They've got that black going on, so yeah, pretty nice there. The thighs got the black, and then of course or rather I should say the hips, excuse me, and then the thighs. That overlay on the thighs has got that black, silver, graphite, charcoal gray, whatever you want to call it. It looks very, very nice, metallic for sure. And then of course the crimson, the reds, and the golds, which is the iconic Iron Man colors. The chest plate that you know, what we have erroneously begun calling it the arc reactor, which is it is not that. We only got that because of the MCU, and then we've got these LEDs power. You know, we're seeing that there's power pulsating, and it's a nice sky bluish color. Very, very nice there. The helmet is banging, molded in red, and the faceplate is a nice color gold, and you got the blue lenses, slots for the eyes, showing that you know, power is surging in there. You've got gold on the shoulder pads there, very nice. You turn to the back, you've got more. You know, and this is something that Hasbro isn't known for doing, taking care of the rear. And we've got that going on there. And then, of course, looking at the back, more of that. I'm really loving the metallic nature of a lot of this figure right here. More of the crimson going down, and then you've got the gold laid in there at various parts. And then when you get to the feet, you see how they are. And those toes, those twin toes on both feet are red. So very, very nice. And we still have peg holes at the bottom there. So despite how different those legs look or feet look, we still have pegs. When you get to the rear, another thing I want to show you is when this version of Iron Man takes flight, he actually, his blasts, his jets come out from here around the calf area, not from the bottom of the feet. So keep that in mind when you're setting yours up, if you decide to get this figure, if you don't have it already. As far as the articulation is concerned, his head is on a hinge, and because of the nature of how the helmet is designed, and then of course with that collar, you're not going to get anything going up, which is unfortunate because Iron Man's a flyer. He can look down that far. As you can see, he doesn't have really too much in the way of pivot, and you can rotate his head up there. You're going to get him impeding from that aforementioned collar. He can give you a T-pose, as you can see there, very nice. The shoulder pads are connected to the arm, so they swivel right along with that shoulder. You, of course, have no butterfly joint there. So this is the furthest out you're going to get as far as rearing back, which means you're only going to get that much going forward. I'm not even going to play the clasp game because there's no way. And we've got the bicep swivel. We've got double jointed elbows, pretty tight there, but they'll go, as you can see right there. We've got wrist hinge swiveling, and they do, the wrist does articulate horizontally. And as you can see, fists came out of packaging with this figure. As far as the torso is concerned, we got diaphragm action, so you can go left, right, tilt side to side, and that goes along with, there's a ball hinge at the waist area to assist with that going side to side, but the diaphragm can do it on its own if you hold the lower torso down. And like I said, you can swivel there. Now here's the issue: going forward, you get nothing. So, and then you're not going to get much either with that ball hinge down there at the waist. Going back, same thing. You're not going to get too much going back either. So once again, that's unfortunate. Hips, you can get the legs to flail out this much, and when you do, if you caught what I just did, then you see what has to happen. Because of how it's designed here at the top of the thigh, if you just try to go out, you're going to bend it. You're going to end up catching right there. So the best thing to do is to twist it in and then come out to do your splits that way. You can kick 90, very nice. Go back that much, very nice. And you have your double jointed knees. If I can get, once again, it's pretty tight, but I can get it. And you get that much articulation on the knees. And of course, the nature of the knee, it hides it pretty well. And when you do bend, you have the, you've got the, the design continues, so that's cool. You're not left hanging when you have the knee bent. And of course, there are no type of swivels at the calf. The feet, you can point it that much, go up that much, and there's very little ankle pivot, but it's there. And I already mentioned about the holes at the bottom of the feet. So that is our articulation scheme for our Ultimate Ironman. And it bears mentioning, because those feet are so large, this figure stands pretty nicely. For our comparisons, I broke out, and this is going way back, I broke out the Dark Days of Hasbro Marvel Legends Ultimate Iron Man there on our right, and that's Ultimate War Machine on our left. And you're looking at the three figures with, of course, our current Ultimate Iron Man in the center. And you gotta give them their props. Hasbro's come a long way. This thing has been in my bin. These things have been in my bin for a minute. I just noticed that I've got some blemishes there on that chest piece, arc reactor. I'm doing the quotation marks when I say that. And the design is definitely different on this guy. You can see with this first one, this old one, how small those feet are. As far as Dark Days is concerned, you can see for the hips, those balls that we used to get all the time. And like I said, we've come a long way. As far as the original, if you will, Ultimate Iron Man, he came with the helmet actually pops off, and you have Tony Stark unmasked right there. So that's cool. And because of the nature of it being Iron Man, it came with that helmet, and when you place it on, it doesn't come off like the head is too big. War Machine was just the way how you see it. It's that helmet is the head sculpt. Having compared Ultimate Iron Man to those original Ultimate figures, it brought up something that I kind of sort of noticed, at least had a feeling about. And as nice as this figure is, it just seems too small to me. So let's take a measurement. And I got this trick from Dan Hu. I'll give him his props because he came up with this so you can get a nice accurate one by putting something, in my case, my pointer tool at the top of the figure's head so you can get a more accurate read of the height there. So this figure is standing, excuse that shake there, I hit the camera, as you no doubt saw. This figure standing just a little bit over 6.5 inches tall. Now, I kind of think that it should be a bit bigger. And to see if I'm tripping or not, the Model 70 volunteered to step down from its position in my Hall of Armor in my man cave to see if that feeling that I have is accurate or not. And I'm looking at it dead on, and in my viewfinder, it's very, very slight, but the Model 70 is a skosh taller, just a skosh. But I don't know if that very minute amount is what caused me to think that the Ultimate Iron Man armor is too small. I think what it is because of the bulk, the girth of it. It just gives the impression that it should be a little bit tall. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you agree, disagree, think I'm tripping, whatever. But yeah, this is what it is. Here's Ultimate Iron Man holding that comic, and of course I was going to show the figure displaying the comic, but I really wanted to take a good inspection of those C grippers. And even though I know that these particular hands were definitely, uniquely made for this figure, I think the C grippers are more open, if you will, to accommodate the comics. And we'll know further with the next review, because all of the rest, with the exception of Daken, have regular hands, not metallic ones. So we'll see coming up, but this looks pretty good. And also I figured I'd do it like this because it's not going to be too often that if at all, that I'll be displaying this wave with their comics. I'll let you in on a secret. When we get to the end with the 6th figure and I do the group shot, it's going to be with them all holding up their respective books, because chances are that type of situation will never rear its head again. And I must be running with the luck of the Irish today, because since I, as you guys just heard me say, Model 70 volunteered for comparison, I pulled it off of my Hall of Armor display. So I, of course, have all of the Iron Man armors, the packaging that they all respectively come from, all in a center place. And I was going to start digging for some blue colored effects to match the and I hate calling it the arc reactor, but hey, most of you guys, that's what you know it as, the arc reactor. All of the blue energy, that you see supposed to be pulsating in the reactor, and the nodules both front and back on the chest and rear. So I wanted to get blue, and sure enough, the very first figure bag that I picked up, it was in a plastic bag because it's an older figure. It's the Iron Man from the Black Panther Okoye wave. So I think that was the Invincible Iron Man, if I'm not mistaken. It might be. I think that's what it's officially called from that wave. But yeah, I managed to get blue effects, and one of them is a Frosty. And I don't even know how that ended up that way, where one is a frost blue and the other one is just a straight up blue, but they both work and it looks good. So if you've got effects lying around for your Ultimate Iron Man and you want to display them that way, hey, have at it. And since I had all of the accessories out from the Invincible Iron Man, I saw that it came with an unhelmeted mask, unhelmeted face sculpt. So I figured let's try that since we didn't get that with this particular figure. And it looks pretty good on, it doesn't look smaller, too small. It looks pretty good. And I've got the helmet right there, and you could almost believe he could fit that helmet on top of the head. One thing, if you use this particular head sculpt, you're going to have to heat it up to soften up to slide on that ball hinge because it is very, very tight. And so to wrap this one up, we're talking about the Hasbro Marvel Legends Miniature Comic Wave Ultimate Iron Man figure. I think it's a very, very nice figure. I really do. It's I'm loving the it's just basically 4 colors, mostly what's molded, but they work very well. The crimson and gold are excellent. The fact that they're painted, I love that because we could have gotten cheaped out some kind of way. Of course, I think with the where all the gold is, I don't think we could have. I don't think they could have. Meaning Hasbro could have gotten away with cheapening out with just gold-colored plastic. They had to paint this, and then of course the blue in the eye slits and in the power nodules, as well as the I hate to say it, arc reactor. That blue looks very, very nice indeed. I still think because of the girth of the figure that it should, and it's not like it's crazy wide, it's just the design makes it seem that way. Maybe, I don't know, the feet, because they're so big, I'm thinking the rest should follow. But I still think that this figure could have been a skosh taller. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little goes a lot when you're talking 6-inch scale. The cons of the figure would be the lack of repulsor blasts, an unhelmeted head sculpt. Definitely, it would have been nice to get that for sure. And obviously the elephant in the room, the purpose for this wave, the theme, the comic, the miniature comic, as well as that looks, and it looks great, by the way. They did put in work to make it look like the real deal, only miniaturized. It is really good, but I think at least half the collectors out there would have preferred a more handy accessory, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the ones I just got through mentioning. But this is the premise for the wave is the miniature comics, and that's how it goes down. Anyway, what do you guys think about this figure? This is how we kick off the mini comic wave with Ultimate Iron Man. Let me know if you are impressed with this. It's a pass. That's one of the great things about these kind of waves. If we're going to try to find a positive with these kind of waves, we don't have to be compelled to get it in order to, acquire a Build-A-Figure piece. So if it's a hard pass, go on ahead and hard pass it. Easy pass, it's even easier. Go ahead and pass on it. Anyway, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell. You know the rules. And I will be back. I don't know what direction I'm going with this wave. I'll choose another one, of course, and we'll work our way that way. So until then, y'all, peace.